What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Himothy Humble Cooking. And as always, all praise, love, and glory goes to the Most High God. Because literally every mile, every trip that I'm still alive, every accomplishment I did, every day I live in general, whether I'm driving or not, He has done that for me. The food that I'm providing for y'all, He cooking. So, as always, don't thank me, thank God. Now, we're continuing on this, I told you last night I'm on a 2,000 mile load. I don't got that much obviously anymore, but I still got about 1,500 miles. So got a ways to go. But I'm only gonna drive about another probably 4-5 hours today. But this is me awake after my 10-hour break. And today we're doing a video. I've never done this video, this channel. It's called Man of Substance. That's the channel. And it's titled, She Needs You More Than You Need Her. The truth about power in relationships. And I agree in the sense that, even in simps, if the man is in the masculine role and the woman's in the feminine role, yes, this is 100% true. Every single case. But in most situations, the man is the lovey-dovey in love one, and the woman is just stringing him along and, using him for whatever gain she can get out of him. So, the thing is, most men don't know this, that, if you're a true God-fearing masculine man, women are gonna need you way more than you need them. It ain't even just because you're masculine, but it's also because you're close to God. Yes, women can have an amazing relationship with God and be true followers of God, but it's still different when it comes to men and women because we have the ability to primarily think logically. They don't. So they still probably have moments of weakness and stuff. Bro, I can't stand that glare, bro. Alright, let us begin.
Let's be real. Most men are getting it backward. They're out here chasing, begging, proving, pleasing, thinking that's how you win a woman's heart. But the truth is, the moment you put...
Yep, he's right. Most men are out here simping, begging, and worshiping women.
You're on a pedestal, you've already lost. Why?
Yep. Well, not necessarily, because this is how I look at it. Once you put on a pedestal above you, yes, you've definitely lost, and you're a simp. But, like I said, when I get me a little virtuous, feminine, submissive woman, I put my woman on the pedestal. Her pedestal just can't be higher than mine, though. And neither one of our pedestals will even come close to how high God's pedestal. We can't even see the top of God's pedestal. That's all the way in the sky. But my pedestal gonna be all the way up here on the top of the phone. And her pedestal gonna be somewhere right here. So, I give her a little compliments from there, here, and there. But I ain't ever gonna be like, oh, you're the most beautiful thing. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't live without your baby. And all this stupid shit. All this dumb stuff that simps be saying. Like, how can I tell a woman she's the best that's ever happened to me if that's God? God is the best that's ever happened to me. The fact that God's patience and mercy and God being with me in my life, even through the years that I was blaming him and not putting him first, he chose to be by my side. And protect me after all that. That's the best. I don't want to say thing, but that's the best that's ever happened to me. No woman ever come close. Not even within 1%. Like, I can find the most beautiful, most submissive, most feminine, most virtuous woman on this planet, bro. And she still wouldn't even be 1% of what God. It won't even be 0.0001% of what God has done for her. Now, that's not a bad thing. She can still be a blessing in my life because she'll be there to make my life easier so that I can better provide for her. But that blessing of her ain't gonna be anything compared to the blessing that is God. It's like comparing, what's something I love to eat? You know, a bowl of sweet potato casserole. It's like comparing that to the earth itself. It's like comparing a bowl of sweet potato casserole to Mother Nature herself. And I'm not saying God and Mother Nature are on the same level, but I'm saying the comparison is pretty big. I love sweet potato casserole, but sweet potato casserole, if I had to give up and never eat sweet potato casserole anymore, or never go hiking and enjoy the outdoors anymore, ain't no question about it, bro. I'm just never gonna have to eat sweet potato casserole anymore. I'm not finna never go outdoors, bro. It's beautiful out there. The same. If I had to choose my little beautiful, virtuous, submissive woman, or to continue to keep God in my life, bro, ain't no questions about it. God is gonna beat anything on this earth, bro. She gonna have to go. But, you know, if I find a woman of that level, God would have put her in my life anyway. That's why I say she is a blessing, but she's a small blessing from the ultimate blessing. But simps don't see it like that. Simps look at the woman as a goddess and as the best thing that ever happened to her. That's a straight sin and it's disrespectful to God.
Because real power in a relationship comes from knowing your value and never handing it over for free. The truth...
Ding, 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 ding. And when I went with the for free part, what that makes me think of is, like I say, like, bro, when I first meet women, like, I've had women stop talking to me, or I've had women that I could have clapped, but when they found out that I wasn't a simp or a trick, and I wasn't going to spoil them, it messed things up. And I ain't going to say mess things up like it was a bad thing. It's just, I never clapped, because I'm not fixing to go out of my way to prove myself to you. I'm not finna be someone I'm not. I'm not the type of man that's finna simp, worship, or spend money on a woman I just met. Now, I'm not saying I never spend money on a woman, but she has to earn that. I ain't like simps or tricks spend money on women to earn them. I'll spend money on a woman because she earned me, or she earned that treatment.
Most men don't want to hear is this: she needs you more than you need her, but only when you carry yourself like a man who doesn't need anyone to complete him.
I don't need anyone. God isn't anyone. God is everyone. I said I don't need anyone, but I need God. No human on this earth, bro. There's no human on this earth, no family member I have that I need.
You see, in today's dating world, too many men are operating from a place of desperation. They think they have to do more, say more, give more just to be chosen. But women don't chase men who chase them.
This man is cooking already, y'all. This man is cooking. Bro, that's how simps be, bro. It's like, y'all are already a worship and compromise your own character for a disrespectful woman that shouldn't even be in a relationship. But then when she gets more disrespectful or more cold, instead of putting her on ice or leaving her altogether, you think, oh, let me give more or try harder. Why? Because you're in a feminine role and you're not thinking logically, so you're thinking with your heart constantly. And you're acting like a woman.
Women chase men who are grounded, independent, and detached from validation. The moment you stop trying to impress her and start living for yourself, she feels it. It shifts the entire dynamic.
He's cooking.
Here's the truth no one tells you. Women want to feel chosen by a man who doesn't need them. They're drawn to power.
Feminine women, yes. But narcissists and very masculine, strong and independent women will actively avoid masculine men. They know how a masculine man will make them feel. But at the same time, they know how much work they have to put in for that man. And they just be like, I'd rather just take the easy route. Because for women, the easy route is to live your life, do whatever the F you want, have however bad attitude you want, and as long as you're beautiful, you only gotta be beautiful. But if you're beautiful especially, simps are gonna do whatever they can for you. And you can get all the validation, all the money, all the resources you want out of them with minimal effort. So the more masculine a woman is, the more likely that she would rather have that than to submit to a truly God-fearing masculine man. Now, feminine women, yes, this is very true.
Not the loud, aggressive kind, but the silent, unbothered confidence that's...
Oh, I paused it too quick. He just pretty much, he summed up everything I just said in like 5 seconds. This man is cooking. This man, he's cooking. We may have to watch more videos by him.
Says, I'm good either way. This video is about reclaiming that power. Not by playing games, not by being disrespectful, but by flipping the script. When you stop proving and start leading, everything changes. She becomes more invested. She becomes more attentive. And suddenly, she's the one trying to win you over. Let's break down the 7 truths that will show you exactly how to shift the power back into your hands.
This man is really cooking, y'all. Alright, y'all, I'm back. I was doing something very, very important.
Where it belongs. Ready? Let's go.
Addiction thrives in isolation.
1. She feeds off your energy, not your effort. Most men think effort equals value in relationships. They believe the harder they try, the more a woman will love them.
Okay.
But what if I told...
Okay, this is my first slight disagreement. Here's the thing about women and men in general. We all feed off of each other's energies. But some of us have true godly energy. And I'm not saying, when I say godly energy, I'm not saying I'm a god or I'm above or better than anyone else. It's just, I'm following God, I'm close to Him, and I'm doing my best to only have positive energy in me. I literally, again, like I've said in another video, I just sold all my video games, sold most of my books. I got more books to sell next time I get back to my regular vehicle. But I'm giving up all my old hobbies and stuff. I'm separating myself from negative energy. Now, am I completely void of negative energy? No, it's negative energy all around all of us. Which is why another reason, why I always need God beside me, because He's always protecting me. He's always showing me something. So it doesn't matter. This is with men and women. It doesn't matter what kind of energy you have, what kind of energy you feed on. We all feed on energy. I'm a positive, humble, God-fearing, masculine man. Primarily of positive energy. But there's negative energy around me though, so I'm not saying I'm perfect. Because it's negative energy that would do whatever it can to stop me, but God is protecting me. But, you know what I feed on? Feminine energy. When a woman is super feminine, it shows that she's actually into me, that is a turn on to me. It's the exact opposite of most men in this country. Because most men think that's weak and no backbone, or no personality, no character, and all this stupid that this country made up and brainwashed men to believe. But me, no. That, I love feminine energy. I feed on feminine energy. I don't need it. But if I'm going to deal with a woman or be around a woman, I require her to bring feminine energy around. Now, there's still negative feminine energy. That's narcissist. Because some women are narcissistic and know that men, some true God-fearing masculine men, like feminine women. So they'll fake that feminine energy, but it's really negative, manipulative, demonic energy. So that's another thing that God helps me out with. Because, yeah, it's easy for me to look at a woman and tell her she's for the streets. But there's a difference from just your everyday, regular for the streets thought that probably just have a bunch of men energy that's clapped. There's a difference from that and a woman with actual demonic energy. And in that case, it's a little hard to tell the difference sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But even feminine energy, feminine women, they feed on masculine energy. But narcissistic, demonic women, a lot of them feed on weak man energy. But some of them, like I said, will play the feminine role because they like to feed on masculine energy. But it's different from their energy and the feminine woman energy because they need the energy more like they're gonna drain your energy and take it off. A feminine woman just want whatever energy whatever energy you give her, but she's not finna try to drain it all or take it from you and turn you into a feminine, broken, weak man. The demonic women, they will. So that's my slight disagreement with that.
It's not your effort that keeps her attached. It's your energy. It's the way you carry yourself when you walk into a room. It's your calm presence, your unbothered confidence, and the way you don't look to her for approval. That's what keeps her interested. A woman doesn't stay because you sent her good morning texts or took her to expensive dinners.
Bro, I remember I seen a video of a woman bragging about this simp. My bad, y'all. But this woman was bragging with this about this simp that had sent her a good morning message, good morning beautiful message on social media for like 2 years straight. And oftentimes she would just like the message or say thanks with like a heart or something. But and she knew this simp would do anything to get with her, but she never did. Like, she bragged about this and was like, this guy has been there through so many of my breakups with so many of my exes. So it's like, the whole time while she's getting clapped and getting done dirty by Pokies and Ray Rays, she had a simp that just said good morning. Like, bro, now I'm not saying it's a simp thing automatically to tell a woman good morning, but bro, I'm not gonna tell a woman good morning. For one, I'm not gonna tell her good morning every day. For one, I'm only gonna tell her good morning if it's a woman I know that's already feeling me, and if I have, if I plan on asking her to hang out or, ask her a question or something, then yeah, I may hit her up and be like, good morning. But I'm not finna say good morning beautifully, and I'm not finna say good morning every single day, like himself. But yeah, he's correct. Like when he was like, when you walk in with calm energy, y'all, this definitely gonna be like a part 2 video. But like when he said you walk in with calm energy, that's very, very true. Remember when I said, when I did the video of like, how the silent guy is very powerful? I talk about that video all the time. Bro, silence is powerful. Like I told you, I love making eye contact with beautiful women with a straight face and not saying anything, not smiling, nothing. I'll just make random I don't intentionally go out of my way to do it, but it's like if I'm walking and I turn and accidentally meet eyes with a beautiful woman, I'm gonna hold that eye contact for a few seconds. I'm showing her, yeah, I'm attracted to you, but I also don't give a damn about your opinion on me either. So, and that's powerful. Women love that. And a lot of times I do that, I don't even talk to the woman. I just do it just because I can.
She stays because your masculine energy makes her feel something deeper. Security, strength, and direction. Think about it. When you're overly available, always chasing, always asking her what she wants, you become predictable.
I learned that the hard way.
And the predictable man never holds power in a relationship.
I learned that the hard way, and what do I be telling y'all all the time? You want to remain a mystery to a woman. When you talking to a woman, whether it's a relationship or y'all just messing around or best friends or what, every time y'all gonna talk, the next time you want that woman thinking like, man, what is he gonna say to me the next time we talk? How is he gonna treat me the next time we talk? What mysterious thing is he gonna say to me the next time we talk? How is he gonna look at me the next time we talk? Because sometimes he's giving me eye contact, other times he'll look at my lips. Sometimes we'll be in conversation and he'll just stop talking and just give me silent eye contact. It's like I never know what I'm gonna get from this man. When you do that with a lot of feminine women, they love it. But when you're just a simp that's always available, that's willing to worship her, and put your mouth where she goes, eat her material, like she don't stink, like all of us don't smell the same when we go to the bathroom, then if you're that type of guy, then she's going to put you in her simp category and treat you like that. But if she's a feminine woman, she's just going to avoid you altogether.
He becomes the easy option. The guy she knows will always be there no matter how she acts.
Yep.
That's not attractive.
Yep.
That's not powerful.
Yep, that's why women cheat on men, treat them like disrespect them, make life decisions, like getting tattoos without even telling a man because they know they man's a simp and they ain't gonna leave him. Bro, if you gotta always, I ain't gonna say you gotta keep her on ice, but you gotta always keep her in your grasp. You gotta always keep her on her feet. And if you keep her on her feet and she still messes up, then you put her on ice depending on how bad it is.
Women are emotional creatures, and what they truly crave is emotional stimulation. That comes from your presence, not your pursuit.
Yep.
When a man is rooted in himself, when he's not trying to impress, not trying to win her over, his energy becomes magnetic. She starts asking herself, why isn't he trying harder? That curiosity turns into interest.
Yup. Especially if it's a beautiful woman, bro. Women that are so used to everywhere they go, men are trying to sniff them and lick their feet and worship them like they're gods and taste them when they go to the bathroom. And I'm not meaning literally, but this is pretty much how simps act. Like they worship the woman so much, it's almost like they want to put their hand in the very place where she goes to the bathroom. Again, not literally, but that's pretty much how they act. But yeah, when they're used to that and they run into a guy that looks at them like they're just a regular human, give them eye contact with a straight face, or when y'all talk back and forth, they're used to the man talking their ear down and telling him everything about himself. But then when they get around this quiet guy that don't tell them much and only talk when she talks to them, and then sometimes they'll just end up not even talking. They'll just sit there. That stuff, that's very attractive to women. And I don't do that just because it's attractive to women. I just do that because that's who I am. I'm the quiet guy that's not gonna go out of my way to impress them. That's what happens when you get a relationship with God and gain some testosterone.
That interest turns into obsession, because now your lack of neediness forces her to step up. She starts feeding off your calm control, and you didn't even have to say much. In today's world, where most guys are trying too hard, the man who doesn't chase stands out. The man who can sit in silence, who can let her come to him, who doesn't flinch when...
Yep. I'm gonna give y'all an example. When I told y'all I went on a cruise recently, bro. One of my favorite spots to be, I just like sitting in the hot tub chilling. And beautiful women will come and talk to me. And oftentimes, sometimes I will talk to a woman first if I catch her looking at me a lot. And I just realize, okay, she's super shy, she's not going to talk to me. So if she's attractive enough, yeah, I'll talk to her first. But I'm not finna talk to her like, hey baby, hey beautiful, hey queen, and all this stupid shit. I'm finna just ask her a simple question and start the conversation. But most of the time, I let women come to me and talk to me. And even when we talking back and forth, sometimes after we get done talking, I'll just continue to just sit there and wait and see, and let her talk to me again. We'll just sit and chill in silence. And they realize quickly, like, yeah, this ain't the type of guy that's finna go out of his way and worship the ground I stand on. Some women are super attracted to that. The more masculine, modern ones, they are attracted to that, but they turn that more into envy, because they just be like, okay, how dare he? Like, I'm not, like, every man I deal with worships the ground I stand on and spoil me. So how dare he come into my life nonchalant and treating me like a human? How dare, like, they turn that into envy. So I just usually end up avoiding those women altogether. But yeah, this is gonna be part one of the thing, and I'll be back, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.